Desperate Caregiver, Life in the Wilderness by Hilda N. Garrison. That's me. This is my story. You see, I'm gonna read this because of the restraints of the video. I don't it'd be more organized to read it, but this is about me and my struggles. I have cried, pleaded, begged the systematic society to give me the chance to live my life after caregiving my mother, who died this April 23rd. I'm definitely not looking for entitlements. All I want is a job and some financial assistance to help keep a roof over my head. You see, I was steadily working and had a car, but my car died 2.5 years ago. I had high mileage on that car traveling back and forth with Hurricane Katrina. If I had a vehicle now, I'd be working more often because I could not, I could get to work at places faster. I work as a substitute teacher, making an insufficient $62 a day. The pay is better than nothing, but it doesn't cover the rent and utilities, especially when school is out for the summer, holidays, and testing. I had many talent, skills, and abilities, some hands-on, some trained. I was a banquet waiter, part-time while going to school so I could be a banquet captain. For 20 years I've been a banquet waitress, trained some of the waiters that are on their jobs now, while going to school and being a secretary. I have so much diverse experience, from working in social services, being a housing counselor, giving counsel to different types of people, to business administration, personnel, so many things. I have great interpersonal skills. I have too much extensive experience to cover on this video, but I would be glad to discuss with a prospective employer about all of my knowledge, skills, and abilities with my resume. I'm about to be evicted from the house where I'm staying. There is no public transportation in this area. I stay in Harvey, Louisiana. My place that I'm staying is about 3 to 4, maybe I'll say 5 miles, because I'll be walking, so I don't know. I have to walk from my house to the bus stop to get there, and that's a long walk. Long. Yes, that's right. I'm a former caregiver who is about to be homeless. I had my warning done by text. The eviction notice is soon to follow. Now, there are certain things that requires you to have a place to stay according to your income. Let me tell you all the things that I had to go through while I'm looking for a place to stay in the meantime while I'm waiting for an eviction, the axe to fall. You would have to be mentally unfit, a drug addict, a battered woman, have children, elderly, physically handicapped to get or to keep decent housing. More recently, I went to look at an apartment and they only have 2 bedrooms. Since I'm single and don't have any children, their single apartments are taken. So I have to be on a waiting list, which could be like 25,000, 11,000, 13,000 on the waiting list waiting. But the mental part from that, if I do the mental part from waiting and all this stuff that I'm going through, I might be qualified for the mentally unfit. But thank God that I'm not in those situations. I don't want to be in those situations. I just want to be a healthy, hard-working, I'm a healthy, multi-talented, multifaceted person who wants to be successful in my life after the ordeal with my mother. Let me tell you something. You see, I was involuntarily but lovingly placed in as a caregiver to my 84-year-old seriously ill mother. for almost 3 years. My mother, Hilda Ora Haley, who was born in Havana, Cuba, she suffered with many strokes. She had osteoarthritis, dementias, and other ailments. I sat there and watched my mama deteriorate before my eyes. I guess you would ask, why didn't I put her in a nursing home? My mother wouldn't have lasted a month, not even maybe a week in the nursing home, because she felt like many elderly people do feel, that she is put there to die. I wasn't a paid caregiver because the Medicare program placed my mother's income too much for additional services, even though her pension was a meager amount to survive. I had to wait for a Medicaid waiver, which takes months to a year to get some help medically wise. So I had to work back and forth to keep the household up. But I still had to abruptly stop to be a full-time caregiver. Now I need a car. If I had a car, I would have been working more often. How am I going to get a car without steady income or a job? I wrote to Dr. Phil to get some insight on mental health that I could cope. But I'm kind of stronger than I think I am sometimes, because I listen to all kind of meditations from all these ministers on TV, Bishop Martin, Joel Osteen, Joyce Myers, so a whole lot of host of others, T.D. Jakes, all of these inspirations. I listen to all kind of songs, sing hymns, I would be in the choir, so forth and so on, just to keep that moving. But just look at my eyes, my puff eyes, and worn face. I get tired of crying and lose sleep when I get home. I wrote to Ellen DeGeneres many times about getting me a car. Even my friends rallied on my behalf. I'm an unemployed, homeless caregiver that may be kicked to the curb. All I want is a job to buy a car and maintain the household that I have. But the job situation is a wilderness. You have to, they go by credit history, go by so much. I mean, the things, if everybody looking for a job out there, they know what you have to do. You have to go online. Everything is so impersonal. Job interview is rare. Everything is, jobs availabilities are there, but they have so many people that are unemployed. So I fall in a crack. Let me tell y'all, it's really hard. When you're homeless, you feel like you don't have a purpose. But on the upside of homeless, which I don't see how people can see that, but look, you get financial and home assistance, housing assistance quicker. Seemingly, the system isn't designed to help you keep the place that you're living in already. Because when you do ask for help, the government agencies are always running out of money. You call them up and they say, we don't have any money to give you now, Ms. Garrison. You may ask why my family don't put me up until I get on my feet. And they live nearby in Harvey, Louisiana. But they're busy living their own lives, working, and to worry about me. They make me feel like I'm Cinderella with no happy ending. You may also ask why my friends couldn't put me up. I know from experiences, some of y'all may know too, from escaping with the hurricane, evacuating from the hurricanes, that you could be welcome for so long in their houses. Then you become an intrusion. Still, my true good friends and neighbors are the best. They are like angels helping me out whenever and wherever they can with rides, money, and encouragement. If I were rich, I'd try to bless all of them. But I don't want to be a burden to them either. I graduated at 50 years old in 2006 from Tulane University. I'm glad I made my mother proud. I did this to increase my chances in getting a great paying job to improve my life. Instead, I got no job, no car, no money, and behind 1 month, almost two in my rent with utilities in jeopardy. Phone might be cut off too. I went to graduate school, but I had to stop because I couldn't be devoted to my mother in school at the same time. You see, I couldn't get the full-time help for my mother when I'm gone. I had to have, so I didn't have the full-time job. You need a full-time job to get the full-time help. You need the money. My social life, well, it was very unlimited then and is limited now because of no transportation and money. I like to do all these volunteer walks. I like to do a lot of volunteer, especially the breast cancer walks. They're fun. They're for a worthy cause. And I had a close family member that died of AIDS. I wanted to even do the AIDS walk, but you have to get up and, have all of that intact. My mother and I lived in the house because she wanted to keep me by her side. And she moved, since she was elderly, she could have moved into another place and had the help she needed. We sacrificed staying with each other because she loved me. Now, she's gone to heaven. And I really miss her. I miss her so much. I watch her take her last breath in a wheelchair and kiss her goodbye. I didn't want to cry like this because I need y'all to hear it, because I get this, as Oprah said, this ugly cry, and I feel like the military that come home from the war, and I fought to keep my mother alive in the last of her life. Now I'm fighting for my life. I know there are many caregivers like me who are with their loved ones. Their stories are more dynamic than mine. Nonetheless, we are unspoken loving heroes making these sacrifices to be with our loved ones' lifeline. I had to literally watch my mother change from a vibrant, feisty, beautiful, loving woman to being an adult infant. I had to change her diapers. I had to feed her. There was a time she had to feed herself. It's how they say, once a man, twice a child. It's true in this case. Everything had to be done for her. Wiping her face, giving her bed every single day. I just refused to have my mama smell like anything but fresh like she liked it. I had to actually put my life on hold to give the love and care that my mama deserved and needed. But now I'm desperate for a great suitable job to get my life in order. As we know, there are thousands of people who are unemployed and homeless. The chances of getting a job seems like 1,000,000 to 1. Interviews, like I said, are rare. They hesitate to hire when they see you with too many jobs. But the thing is, you got to get some jobs to pay bills. Now, you're going to either be unemployed or pay bills till you get the job that you want. I would like to have a stable, nice job right now. I don't want to move from one job to another other than on the same job. That's what I want, and that's what I deserve, and that's what I need, a job. All the experiences that I have, I need a great job. Yet, in spite of my crisis, thank God for my health and strength to push on. I know this storm is temporary, but it's scary to think about being homeless with no car and looking for a job at the same time. To all the caregivers and veterans and others who are facing similar changes, keep up the fight. Keep it up. Now, my birthday is Christmas Day. For this holiday season, I want to attend the Ellen DeGeneres show to party with her. That would be the most wonderful gift that I could ever have right now, to take off the sting of this wilderness. Ellen, Oprah, and other talk shows. Listen up. Maybe you could give caregivers and people like us, the military, many like me, a party for those who sacrifice their life for the loved ones. We all need holiday cheer. To all the people who are in the aftermath of Hurricane Sandy, my heart and prayers go out to you. When God is in the mix, God will fix. You raise your hand and say, Lord, I have a poem that says, I don't know what to do, God. I'm looking at you. I'm raising my hands to you. I have over 170 poems that I plan to publish. And that's what one of them says. When God is in the mix, God will fix. I hope I can get out the wilderness soon. One more thing to the young people today. Please stay in school. Stop the foolishness. Stop the bull crap. And graduate. Even though I'm in this wilderness, I have my education, skills, and wisdom to stand on. Education and making wise choices in your life is serious business. And in Jesus' name, students, take care of your business. I would like to say peace to everyone. I'm saying this to let y'all know what's going on with me. And I hope you humanitarians and Christians out there just take heed to what I'm saying and what I need to do. Thank you for your time. Peace be with you.